my god, it's been long I came live. So guys, today I'm going to be answering some of your questions. Those of you that have been asking questions about um, the type A scholarship, basically type A scholarship for the embassy. Okay, bring it closer. Yeah, such a long time. So let me know, okay, if you have any question as I'm actually talking about this topic, you can actually ask, because a lot of you guys have asked me questions about the type A um, for the embassy. So I decided that, I think the best thing for me to do was to come and talk about it here. A lot of people are actually waiting for results, the results of the CSC scholarship is going to be out soon. So you guys should be patient. Those of you messaging and asking questions, you don't know when the results will be out. It's going to be out soon. So guys, be patient, fingers crossed. I remember that you can always apply for the provincial scholarship. If this is something that you're also interested in, you can DM me, message me, and I'll guide you on everything that you need to know and everything that you need to do while applying for this scholarship. Okay, so the first question is, what is CSC Scholarship Type A for the embassy? So for those of you that don't know, let me just give a background of my story, how I got the CSC scholarship. I also got a CSC scholarship Type A, that was 2019, and I got the scholarship, and I didn't even know that was Type A scholarship, because I didn't really know much about CSC at that time. I applied through the Ministry of Education, and then I got the scholarship, and Ministry of Education actually reached out to me. And when they reach out to you, short, they don't really reach out. They reach out to you, short, tell you that okay, you have qualified for the interview, but they don't really tell you anything. But it was the school that reached out to me. The school reached out to me. So that was when I realized that when you're applying for the type A with the embassy, you should not be focused on maybe it's the Ministry of Education or the embassy that reached out to you. You should be more focused on the school reaching out to you, because it's actually the school that is going to reach out to you. So that was what happened to me. When I applied, the school reached out to me, and after that, they told me I needed to submit some documents. I didn't even pay for application fee, which is really cool, because when you're applying for type A, you don't really need to stress yourself about, oh, do I need to pay application fee, do I need to do this, do I need to do that. To be honest, that's a lot of work that you don't really need to think about, and I'm so happy that I didn't have to stress myself about that part. So yes, after they reached out to me and they asked some questions, they sent me my letter. All I needed to do was to prepare myself for the visa application, and then I came here. So yeah, so if you don't know what CSC Type A scholarship is about, this is what it's about. It's about an agency outside China have decided that they want to sponsor you. So the agency could be Ministry of Education, the agency could just be anyone, right? So they've decided that they want to sponsor you. So that's what it's about. And some people some people actually use the MOFCOM. For those of you that don't know, there's the MOFCOM. There is I think there are so many agencies. It's not just Ministry of Education, it's not just embassy, there's MOFCOM. There are so many, right? But all of them are just under the type A, because they are outside of China. So any agency or anybody that is giving you a scholarship outside of China university, or just outside of China, you refer to that as type A. So let's continue. The next question that a lot of people were asking is, how do I apply for the CSC Scholarship Type A through the embassy? Well, you can actually apply for the CSC Scholarship Type A through maybe your home country, the embassy in your home country, and follow the procedure. Maybe they tell you that, oh, you need to submit some documents, then you need to prepare those documents, you need to submit to them. The thing about applying for this type A is that sometimes you actually get double stream of income. Yes, sometimes agency will pay you, and also the Chinese university will pay you, which is really good, but it's very, very competitive. That's the thing. It's very competitive. But at the end of the day, if you think you're good enough, you're good enough. Like, they will still give it to you. So if I got it, you can get it. Okay, so don't let that scare you. And so yeah, all you need to do is follow whatever procedure that they ask you to, and the moment you get it, all they need to do is to give you, oh, they'll still give you the link, the normal link you apply for type B is still the link they'll give to you. So they'll give you the link and ask you to go ahead and do the application. Then you go ahead, do your application, and after that, after you finish with your application, then they reach out to the embassy, tell them that, oh no, no, what happened is that the embassy will give them a code, but I think it's a general code, because I even gave somebody a code. I gave somebody the embassy's code, because when you are filling the type A, you need to actually fill in the code. So there's a general code for that. I'm going to leave a link in this video where I've talked about type A, where I also talked about the code, so you can watch the video and actually know this code. So yeah, so there's a general code for that, and then when you finish applying with your agency and then you qualify, then they tell the embassy, then the embassy will give them the code or give them the link. Then you go ahead, you fill in everything that you need to fill in, and definitely they'll accept you, because for type A, as far the embassy have given, we're giving the slots to this amount of people, because China always give embassy a particular slot. So every year is a slot that they give to some countries. So now the embassy, they've given them some slots for type A, then they'll give out the slots. So that's what always happens. Okay. The next thing is the next question is, what are the eligibility criteria for the CSC Type A scholarship? Well, the eligibility criteria is that you need to have all the documents at least. Also, you should not be a Chinese citizen, because if you're a Chinese citizen, automatically you're not qualified. So you need to also have like a strong academic record, and you need to try to meet up all the requirements of the university that you're applying for. Don't go if your university is saying that and they need someone who would have to have like this Chinese proficiency, you better choose another university, because some of you guys are very funny. You've read the requirements of the university, and the university is actually telling you that they need somebody who can speak Chinese or whatever, and then you still go ahead and apply. And you ask yourself questions like, why didn't I get? Of course you're not gonna get if they are telling you what to do, you're not doing that. Of course they're gonna reject you. It's not something that we pray for, but it's something that happens. So try as much as possible to meet all the requirements of your university or the agency that you're applying for. This will help you get. So let's go to the next. The next thing I'm talking about is, what document do you need? Okay, guys, there's another video I've done talking about, I've even done like 3 videos on my YouTube channel talking about documents. So guys, I don't know if I should still talk about it here, but anyways, let me just say some of the document you need. The document you need is that you need like a personal statement that's also like a study plan. This, a lot of people don't even do their study plan well. I mean, some of you guys reach out to me, send me your study plan, and I have to review it and give back my feedback, whether it's good enough or whatever. And so far, I feel like people have not gotten the whole idea or the whole point about what they are really asking for when they are saying you should write like a study plan. When they say you should write a study plan, they want you to write about what experience, like your study experience. They want you to write about what you are doing currently and probably your future plans, what you're planning to do in the school, what you want to also use whatever you're going to learn from the school to do. People don't try to put, oh, I'm planning to work in China, even if that is what most of you want to do. Most of you want to come to China to work, but please do not say that. Okay, make sure that you go straight to the point and make sure that it's at least 1,000 words. Please don't make your study plan short, because if you make your study plan short, I'm sorry, there's a high chance that you may not get it. Okay, so please do not make your study plan to be short. Try to make it long, and please go straight to the point. Go straight to the point. Yeah. So let's go to the next question that a lot of you guys asked. Some people are asking, okay, sorry, I've not finished with documents. The next is letter of recommendation. Okay, you need to try to get recommendation letter from your professor. I would advise you, if you're applying for PhD, try to get recommendation letter from professors, because some school actually used to ask about this. I remember, like, I was trying to apply for some students, and they were asking that, oh, okay, they should bring, like, from professor, as in after submitting letter, they will still message that please they need professor, not just letter from lecturer. They need professor. So that's something that you need to also think about when you're doing application. Try to ensure that you use try to ensure that you use, like, a supervisor or professor. Do not use work recommendation letter. No, do not use that, please. Except you want them to reject you. Please, if you know you don't want them to reject you, please do not use work recommendation letter. You use recommendation letter from your university. I understand that a lot of you are bachelor students, and some of you find it difficult reaching out to your lecturers. I understand that, but please, this is a scholarship, and at least China is even better compared to other countries like USA, Canada, all these other countries. I mean, they tell you that you need to message your lecturer, professor, or whatever, and they need to send it themselves. I mean, which one is far better? That a lecturer or professor will be sending themselves to you, or you yourself will be sending the recommendation letter? So please try to look for this recommendation letter and make sure it's from a professor or supervisor, at least school, not work. Some of you, I remember one girl that was applying for her CSC, and then she sent me work. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, work recommendation letter, you apply for a scholarship, you apply for a school scholarship. Work recommendation letter is a no-no, please. Please, it's a no-no. School, that's it. Okay, guys, let me go to the next question some of you ask. Okay, the next documents. You need your transcripts, okay? So, these transcripts for masters, you need transcripts for your bachelors. And please, this is a scholarship rule. If you're applying with me, I can help you. Where? So, proof of language proficiency. Especially like now, if you are doing your major in Chinese, you're doing Chinese thoughts, you want to be able to, provide a Chinese HSK, for those of you that are doing English thought. Now China have changed their policy. If you are doing English thought, you're going to write HSK 3. If you're doing Chinese thought, prepare to write HSK 4 or HSK 5. So I don't really know why they changed their policy, but that's it, guys. China always change their policy every year. Even recently, I heard that next year, all Chinese universities, they're going to be writing exams. This is not something a lot of people want to hear. Obviously, this is not good news for a lot of people, but that's it. So please try as much as possible to prepare all these documents on time. Okay, and also if you are doing English thoughts, you need to prepare the TOEFL. The TOEFL is actually something that a lot of people know about. Even those people that are applying for Canada, USA, they always prepare this document. So please try to prepare this document, because that's what you're going to use. The next thing I'll be talking about, the next question that a lot of you guys were asking is that, is there an application fee for CSC Type A? For me, I did not submit the application fee, so I don't think there's application fee for CSC Type A. But depending on the agency, depending on the agency, but there's no application fee. There's no application fee for CSC Type A. They did not collect from me, so yeah. So the next question: when is the application deadline for the CSC Scholarship Type A? The application deadline is depending on the agency. So let's say, for example, now you like now in Nigeria, I know that by November they used to open the portal that people can apply. In short, someone told me that now they've changed it. I don't know why Nigeria is like this, but I heard that now they've changed it. You're not going to be writing exam anymore, which is funny. I did not know of this. But for type A in Nigeria now, they don't write exam. You just apply, and from people that apply, they just pick. This is not going to be good, because I know how Africa is. There will be all this political stuff, and then they will not pick the right people. But anyways, during our time, we wrote exam, and the portal opened around November. So now, but if they're going to be doing this method that they are doing, whereby it's not about application, they're just going to pick people randomly, then I think you just need to like cross your fingers and pray, or you just use the embassy, send your document to the embassy. That's what I think, because I cannot even understand why you cannot write exam anymore. Then how are they going to pick the people that qualify? How? Anyway, guys, hope let's just hope things change, because even next year, like this one, that channel is saying that people are going to be writing exams before they come to school. I don't really like that. I don't like that you have to write exams now before you can resume school. That's not nice. That's not fair. Please, guys, be liking this video, okay? So yeah, let's continue. The deadline for application generally is around March 31st. So that's deadline. But I think for type A, if you're applying with Nigeria Ministry of Education, deadline would definitely be ending of November. Yeah. I don't know about MOFCOM, but MOFCOM should be the same with CSC Type B. I think so. So another person is asking, how are the CSC Scholarship Type A recipients selected? I already answered this question. They're selected based on maybe now if you apply, and then maybe they'll select you based on your qualification. But now that they say that they're changing, if they are going to be changing, then I'm thinking they're going to be selecting how they used to select for PTDF. Those of you that know about PTDF, is a petroleum scholarship. I've read that scholarship twice, and they don't write exam, so it's even way harder. If you're not going to be writing exam, I think it's even harder than when you're writing exams, because when you're writing exam, at least somehow when you read, you prepare, somehow you know that you have hope. But when you're not writing exam, it's in their hands. Anybody they want to choose, they will choose, which is not fair. Because I think that PTDF, they used to ask questions like, oh, have you published me? When I'm about to masters, who is thinking of publishing? I had not published then. So they're always asking me like, have you published? Have you published? And I'll be like, no. So twice I did that scholarship interview and I did not qualify. So I'm thinking that if you're going to do the same thing for CSC, whereby you're not going to write exam and you're just going to do interview, I think it might be tougher, my own opinion, because they'll be asking questions like, oh, have you published? They'll be looking at your results. They'll be, that kind of thing. But at least if you're writing an exam, even if your result is not like perfect, but you prepare for that exam and you write that exam and you write it well, even if your result is not perfect, you have hope. At least. Okay, let's go to the next question. So For type A, I would say they are selected based on your result now, because policy have changed now. You're not going to write exams. If that guy, if the person that told me is right, too, if the person that told me is right. Okay, someone saying, can I apply for more than one scholarship program? Actually, a lot of people ask this question. They were like, can I apply for type A, also apply for type B? See, do it. The reason I'm gonna tell you to do it, because you cannot really trust type A. But I will advise that if you're going to be doing this method whereby you're applying for type A and you're applying for type B, I would advise for you to actually use different emails, because if you're using the same emails, maybe now CSC can be able to detect. But these people, do they even have time to be checking all the details? I thought they have the time to be checking all the details, but if you can, if you know you can do it, do it. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not going to stop you. Do it. Anything that you can do to get scholarship, please do. So if you can apply for type A, you can apply for type B, please do it. Someone is asking, do I need to take the HSK exam for CSC Scholarship Type A? The HSK exam is only required for people that are doing their major in Chinese. And I think because a lot of bachelors, now that it's not even easy to get majors in English taught, but I don't know, I don't want to discourage anyone. If that is, if you're applying through me, I can help you get this thing. I can help you get English taught, and I can also help you. You don't need to write HSK exam. But now, if you're gonna apply by yourself and you're going to be doing your major in Chinese, then you have to take HSK exam. But if you're doing your if you're going to be doing your major in English, you don't need to take the HSK exam now. But you still take it when you're about graduating, because there's a policy in China that you need to actually take the HSK 3 exam. If you're doing your major in China, you're doing your major in English, you need to still take the HSK 3 exam for English taught courses. So another question, can I work part-time while studying on the CSC Scholarship Type A? For Type A, depending on your agency, sometimes some people, they used to tell them that you can't work. Some people, they will tell them that after you finish your thank you, Ami. God bless you. Hi, nice to see you. So sometimes some people, after they have gotten the scholarship, they will say that you still need to come back to your country. I don't know if those of you know about this. Some people, they will tell them that they still need to come back to their country, that they should come back. Especially people that are writing Commonwealth. Yeah, I think Commonwealth, those of them in UK, they used to tell them, come back to your country. I mean, that is not even nice. Like, some of us don't want to go back to the country after the scholarship. You know, you want to see if you could get a job. You want to see if you can get something doing. You're not planning that after you finish spending your years, then you now want to come back. But some of them, they will tell you, come back to the country and work maybe for a year or so, then you can go back, right? And I remember that someone was just me about this guy who was trying to escape the system. I mean, he did not want to come back, and he was trying to grade from. He was in Dubai, because some of the scholarship, this CSC scholarship under Ministry of Education, is just not just in China. Is there's the bilateral scholarship that normally Nigeria conducts. It's not just for China, it's for so many other countries. I mean, Russia, other countries. Even me, I didn't even pick China. I didn't pick China, I picked Russia. I was supposed to go to Russia, but when I applied for Russia, I qualified. And when it was time for the interview, they told me that, oh, I did not do a language course, my bachelor's. I did not do my bachelor's in Russia, so I could not go, which was really, really sad, because I was thinking then that Russia was better than China. I didn't even know much about China. I did not know anything about China, but everybody just used to talk about Russia then. Oh, Russia is this, Russia is that. Thank God I didn't go, because this war is happening now that probably, just spoiled everything for me. So I was so sad. And then I went back home. I was sad, because can you imagine, you have written exam, done so many things, qualified, and then you get the opportunity, and then they tell you that, sorry, you cannot, you're not going to continue. So it was really, really sad for me. But later, China was looking for more students, and that's when they reached out to me, and they said, okay, that I should come. So that was how I got China. So, what I would say is that some school, they working in school, I will not always tell people, oh, as a student you can work. Yes, I'm working as a student. I'm working, and because of my university, they gave me the job. They got the job for me, and it's not gonna be the same pay that you probably get if you have gotten like a job, like an independent job on your own. I don't know whether they pay the school or whatever they do, but depending on your school and depending on your major. So now, like now on my visa, it's clearly written there that I have an internship kind of visa whereby I can study and I can work. So, but I don't really like to tell everybody that, oh yeah, you can work, you can get a job. I don't like to tell people that, because what if you come, you don't get a job? Hello Viraj, how you doing? I just used to be like, what if you come, you don't get a job? Please, as you're joining the live, like my video, please. Um, so I used to be like, what if you don't get a job? And then I'm telling everybody, oh, you can get a job, you can get a job. I don't know, if you come and you don't get a job, it's not going to be fair. So I don't really like to lie to people, even if, yes, I'm working as a student, but I don't tell everybody that you will get a job. Because what if you get your school and your school does not allow you to work? Then you say, Oma said this or Oma said that. I don't want wahala. I don't want wahala. Prepare your mind. China does not allow students to work, but your school can allow you work. Because let's be honest, the way China work is that whoever have given you the go ahead to say come to China is like your parents, right? So it's not really like China is going to be in charge of you. It's whoever have given you the opportunity to come to China that is like in charge of you. So whatever the person who has given you opportunity to come to China tells the immigration that you're gonna do is what you're going to do, and is what the immigration is going to allow you to do. So let's say, for example, now your school have decided to give you admission and they say you should come to China. Then you come to China and your school decides they want you to work, then you can work. All they need to do is tell the immigration that, oh, we have given the student permission, the student can work, you can work. But if your school did not give permission to work, please, you cannot work. Yes, you cannot work. Also, let's say now you get a job before you come to China. Then you get this job, and maybe this job also wants you to do something else. All they need to do is tell the immigration that, oh, we have given this person permission to do this and do that. Then fine, immigration will allow it. So everything just boils down on the person who has given you the visa to come to that country. I don't know about that country, but that's how China works. But a lot of people are always scared. They'll be like, oh, um, I can't work in China. I can't get this. I can't get that. And I tell them that that's not true. That's not how China works. Like, see, don't listen to what anybody's telling you. Even if you want any information, right? I'm not even the best person, because every year the policy used to change. So if you want more information, say, I used to tell students who are in China, I say, go to the immigration office and ask them question. Because of recently now, someone was saying, oh, the guy is married, he brought his wife here. I was saying that, oh, he would want to get a job, but he cannot get a job, that there's no. Oh, no, it wasn't even about the job. He was talking about the permanent residency. He said permanent residency. And he was saying there's no permanent residency, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but I did my research and I saw some people who are getting permanent residency in China. And I was like, it's a lie. It's not possible to get permanent residency in China. And he was even saying that he knows some people who has even gotten married to Chinese and they applied for permanent residency and they did not get. And I'm like, yes, you did not get does not mean that because other people did not get does not mean that when you apply you will not get. So this thing is just about you. If you really believe in yourself and you pray about it and you go ahead and do the application, why won't you get? So he was just saying that, oh yeah, he knows some people who had applied for permanent residency, they did not get, blah blah blah. And I told him that's not how China works. See, in China you just have to just do like you are the only one in China. You only know yourself. Do you understand? Yes, a lot of people complain about the situation in China, but to be honest, there are a lot of opportunities. And the moment you find an opportunity that is suitable for you, you go ahead, you apply for your visa, you get it, good for you. If you don't get it, good for you. So as far as you're not going to break their laws, you're not going to do anything like that, you're not going to kill anybody, you're not going to commit accident, you're not gonna steal, you're not into drugs, like you're not gonna break their normal laws, right? So if you've not done anything, so why won't they give you visa? So yeah, I always tell people, see, I saw somebody on this YouTube. I mean, I saw someone on YouTube who had gotten a permanent residency, he got that green card. Except that I'm not getting it right. Except that maybe green card, it does not mean permanent residency. Guys, let me know. Because for me, I think the green card means that you have a permanent residency, right? Because why will you go ahead marry Chinese and you can still not get permanent? But it's true, it's possible. You can go ahead marry Chinese, do what you have to do, and you still have no permanent residence. Oh God, China is so funny. So let's continue. So someone is asking, can I apply for CSC Scholarship Type A if I have already received the scholarship from another organization? Except if you have received, so as I graduated from high school right now, is it possible to get a scholarship if my grades are average? See, just message me on Instagram at official_oma. Okay, Viraj, I will guide you, help you on everything that you need to know. I will even assist you to get scholarship, because right now there are scholarships available. CS is not available, you know, right? So yeah, let me continue with this question. How long uh so if can I apply for CSC scholarship if I have already received a scholarship from another organization? It depends. If you already received scholarship from another organization, yes, you can apply for the CSC. But the truth is, which organization? Because this whole CSC, it's not just CSC they have, or they have the school scholarship. So it's possible that you can get a scholarship from the university and you not get scholarship from, and you still want to go ahead and apply for CSC. It's possible in another university. For you pick another university, you not pick the same university that you got. So that is possible. So someone is asking, how do I need to find a supervisor before applying for CSC Scholarship Type A? Yes, you need to find a supervisor if you're applying for PhD, but it depends on the school, because most schools in China, you don't need to find a supervisor. Most schools in China. Because I know that there was this school I was applying for, and they said that you needed to get a supervisor, which was the first time I was saying that, because a lot of schools in China, they will even help you to get a supervisor. But this one, they were saying that you needed to get a supervisor before you can even go ahead and apply for the admission in the university. It's harder. I mean, so hard having to have messaging all those supervisors who probably will never even answer you. I think it's really, really hard. But I would say that please go ahead and do that if you have to. Please. In Canada, in Australia, all these other countries, if you're going to apply for masters or you're going to be applying for PhD and is research, you need to get a supervisor before you can even go ahead and apply for admission, which is really hard. I mean, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like to travel to all those countries, especially that they want to do their PhD, because now they have to be searching for supervisor. That's very difficult. So a lot of people prefer China because now they don't need to stress themselves of having to look for supervisor and all those things. So if that's something that you can actually do, please do it. Another question: how long does it take to process the CSC Scholarship Type A application? It depends. The general deadline for application is around March 31st. So if it ends around March 31st, I think results are coming in around March too. Yeah, because some school they resume around March. So if maybe you apply since December, there are some school that will start reaching out to you and telling you that they've given you opportunity for March intake. And then, but I know that the final time is around June, July. So June, July is the final time that you get any response from them. So yeah. So someone is saying, can I apply for the CS Scholarship Type A if I'm a Chinese citizen with dual nationality, no. If you're a Chinese citizen, you cannot apply for the CSC, whether it's type A or type B or type C. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's continue. I know that a lot of people, they are actually dual citizens, because there are some people who come to China and then they marry Chinese, and then when they marry Chinese, they can actually go ahead and say, okay, their father is from so so country, their mother is from China or something like that. But with dual citizenship, you are not eligible. But I think it's good to not tell anybody. Oh. I think if you really want to get it, maybe you should just keep it to yourself. I know someone from Australia, and her dad is Chinese and her mom is from Australia. From my previous university, she got the CSC scholarship. And to be honest, I was surprised, because if you're a dual citizen and you're one of your, either your mom or your dad is a Chinese, you are not going to get the scholarship. But I was surprised that she got it. So don't tell anybody. Go ahead and apply. But if you get, lucky. If you don't get, still cool. Okay, let's continue. What should I do if I am selected for the CSC Scholarship Type A? If you're selected for the CSC Scholarship Type A, you're going to receive like an award letter. I remember that when we got the scholarship, they conducted like this um, seminar whereby they called all the students, those people going to China, going to different country. I mean, it was like a dream. I couldn't still believe it, to be honest. But the day that they conducted that seminar thing was the day we were going. That was the day they conducted the seminar, the day we were going. So we brought all our things and they said, okay, it's time for the meeting. So we dropped our bags downstairs, went upstairs for the meeting, and then they gave us the award letter, which was so cool. Because the school will send your acceptance letter directly to the embassy, and the embassy will give it to the agency, right? So now the agency will now come and give you your award letter. So you're going to receive your award letter from the agency or from your embassy. And then they're going to give you instructions on how to apply for your visa and every other thing that you need to do. They will even talk about China, sometimes they will even feed you, because I remember that the embassy conducted like a dinner for us, and they prepared this buffet Chinese food, which I couldn't even eat anything except bread, I think, and drink, which was so funny because I'm a foodie. I like food. But it was so funny that after, when I went for this seminar with so much food, if you see what I packed in my plate, if you see the food I packed in my plate, I was ready to eat. I was ready to eat. But I couldn't eat Chinese food. Even till now, I'm still learning how to eat Chinese food. And I remember that the ambassador also came. Yes, ambassador came, and we also took pictures. There were these dance crew, Chinese dancers. There are a lot of activities that they did. But that was not the day they gave us the award letter. First we had a meeting with the embassy, and they served us Chinese food. They did the dancing, whatever, and everything that they did. And then after that, the day we're now going to come to China, we now had another meeting with the agency, which is the Ministry of Education. So depending on your agency, okay, which is so cool, depending on your agency. But I remember that the girl who got type A directly from embassy, she did not go for that seminar. The first seminar we went for, that they would dance, they gave us Chinese food. She did not go for that one. I don't even know why, because how can you be applying from embassy and then they will not call you for all those things? Anyway, she didn't go for that one. So another person is asking, Can I apply for the CSC Scholarship Type A if I'm currently enrolled in a Chinese university? Uh, hmm. Yes, you can. I know someone who got a PhD in a Chinese university, and the person did not like the school and not like the course, and the person was trying to look for another course, just trying to look for another field, and the person actually left. The person applied for CSC, and then the person got it, and then the person left. So it's asking, can I apply for the CSC Scholarship Type A if I am over 30 years old? Yes, yes, you can. There is no age limit for applicants to the CSC Scholarship Type A. I don't know. I would not say there's no age limit, but obviously the agency already do their own duty on who they want to select. So that's what I know for that one. Someone's asking, how can I find more information about the CSC Scholarship Type A? They have the official website for CSC Scholarship already have like an official website. So if that's something that you want, let me know. And also you can even contact the embassy directly, or you can even contact your home country, maybe Ministry of Education. They have a federal scholarship board, they have a website, you can check there for who you can contact, you can check their numbers, and then you can contact. Remember that the deadline for application is around June. So for those of you that have deadline for acceptance around June, July, because a lot of schools will be resuming around August, September. So please be patient and keep your fingers crossed. Keep praying. I know that a lot of you're gonna get opportunity. I'm praying for you guys. And yeah, so this is the final question. If you have any more questions that you want to ask me about application for the CSC Type A, please leave it down in the comment section below, or you can always message me on Instagram at official_oma, and I would love to answer them. Okay, I'll see you guys.